How's everybody doing? But I'm still having a lot of fun. I'm having a lot of fun. I'm losing my voice. Well, my manager has me now. Remember when I used to use cue cards? But now look, I got a tablet. That is the birth chart. So she got me. So okay, this is good. And of course, I'm here to discuss as a Christmas gift to you another series of my 5 video Christmas gift series to you. And I apologize that it has taken this long to do it. I have some private videos that I still gotta do some for some of my clients. Alejandro Rodriguez, Stacy Davis, Mrs. Munich, Saudi, okay, Ebella. There's a couple of you that I have readings for, and it's scheduled here in the greater Palm Beach area. Okay, and Terrence Coles, Dayanara, there's a couple of you who have paid for birth charts and have been doing very, very well. There's a couple of you who have paid for birth charts and have not gotten back to me. How can you pay for a birth chart and not get back to me? I understand that this is scary stuff, and some of you get scared. Well, you're paid, so when you gather the courage, you call me, and trust me, it's not all what you think it is. But today we are going to discuss something very, very personal and sacred to all of us. But first, the bill. Sigue tu camino, no me toques más. This is Oscar de Leon. A Leo. Salsa from Venezuela. Sigue tu camino, no me toques más. This is rum and coke. Mm. Of course, I got my plants behind me, the Orishas or the Archons. Notice is the number seven, right? So today we're going to discuss the Bible, the mystery behind the Bible. So much has been, so many wars have been fought over this book. So many lives have been lost. Countries, empires destroyed over this. Oh, the big. Oh, please. Come on, guys. Come on. I can move and wiggle. That don't mean that I'm, evil. That don't mean I'm evil. What people do with this Bible, I think, is evil. Remember, the priest went into Africa and thought that black people were two-thirds human or were animals, monkeys swinging from trees, and they needed to be Christianized. Everywhere the Catholic Church went, destroyed cultures and destroyed dreams and races. Again, this isn't a church bashing. Let's look at the facts. The facts. What the hell is so important in this book that can cause so many wars? Cause a stalemate between church and state. What is in here? And how come we only get half of the truth? Where is the other truth gone? How come in seminary school we learn many secrets about the Bible? Because you see, you have to understand that the Bible is written in codes. And for you to understand the esoteric mysteries behind the Bible, you have to possess certain keys. And if you don't have those keys, this book will be, well, just that, a closed book to you. Not understanding, not understanding the hidden power in this book. You're scared of voodoo men, right? then there are black magicians, sorcerers, those who practice witchcraft. But the real biggest witchcraft practitioners are those who know the knowledge that's in this book. Oh, the beat. Oh, I gotta put it down because this is lower nature, demonic, ego stuff. So let me put the Bible and go into the lower nature. That's what the fun is. Evil and sin is what the fun is. Oh, come on. You want to tell me that having a good fun, drinking, smoking, and talking, and drugging, and sexing, and fucking, and all that ain't fun? Or is this better for you? I'd rather do this. You know? It's fun. Okay, so it's simple. So what? If we're down here, you might as well pay the piper his due and dance with the devil. Oh, come on. Open your mind. I'm not the devil. I have a cross. Oh, uh, people take this book too seriously. But in reality, we should. Because this book has more than just stories, fables. The most spiritual and esoteric part of this book, what the Christians call the Pentateuch or the Pentecost, the five books of Moses, the Old Testament, the doctrines and laws that are written in what we call the book of Leviticus. The Levitical laws that are actual rabbinical laws passed down throughout the tribes of Israel. Leviticus, the book of the law. Well, it's so interesting that Aleister Crowley also had a similar book called the Book of the Law. That means that there is a law that governs the cosmos and all the esoteric hidden realms that are right in our faces that we don't see, taste, smell, hear, or sense. But live right and courses right along with us. There are laws in those hidden worlds, like Aleister Crowley, Book of the Law. It's no different than the Book of the Law, which means in Hebrew, law. The Book of the Law is the thing. So, why is it that we fall asleep when we go to church? Let me tell you, I fall asleep every time. How come we're not inspired? The church leaders and ministers. Well, it depends. You have to have a talent for this. You have to be divinely inspired to be able to reach every single human being using this book. We are very thankful that we have seminary schools and schools of theology, the clergy, that teach people to become priests, to know how to learn how to use what's in this book to instruct people, to help people, them be better human beings, to help them evolve towards a more spiritual sense of living instead of a more animalistic sense of living, which includes sex and lust and giving into the lower natures of the ego. Oh, good, sounds good, don't it? And that's exactly what the church is supposed to be doing, leading the flock. Well, you know what they say. Evil is paved with roads of good intention. Right? Something like that. Yeah, the path to God has been paved with it, or the road to hell has been paved with good intentions. Something like that. Now I gotta look it up. But you all know what I mean. Because you see, truth is relative, and there are many paths to God. But one of those paths to God is evil. Because when you're in a place of evil, He'll rescue you if you don't turn towards the Spirit. Sometimes people go through all kinds of things, all kinds of experiences. Did you ever once realize that maybe you were under a test or under a trial? That maybe we were put here to learn how to develop our highest divinity within ourselves through the agency of Christ. And what causes a crisis is daily living and having to struggle to pay the bills, pay the rent, put food on the table. Those can be basic struggles enough. But what is it for? What is it supposed to lead to? What are we supposed to grow or learn through this growth of pain and suffering? The Bible tells us that it brings us closer to God. And the more we suffer, the greater the reward. It's like the same thing can be said of Islam. There's a stream made of milk and honey and 30 virgins waiting for each man. And this is believed in the doctrinal system of Islam. So obviously, um, according to God, Jehovah, Allah, Brahma, and all the names in which he goes under, the path to or the road to love him and praise him is to fear him. That's what it says in the Bible. These are not my words. It says, it says, the beginning of knowledge is to fear God. So already they're debasing you and introducing to you that in order to be loved by God, you have to fear him. Does that sound healthy to you? Does that make sense to you? Do you fear your parents? Because as above, so below. So if we are supposed to fear God, and that's the beginning of knowledge, then what does that say about the order down below? That we don't belong to our own selves, but we belong to our parents. That we are subjected unto our parents. It does say, honor thy father and thy mother, and thy days on earth shall be great. It is the only commandment, because there are 10 commandments, but there are really 690. But the church doesn't really tell you that. But it's more than that. And in the Quran, it does list those 697 conditions. But in the West, Christianity, it only lists, and that's a fact. That is a fact. So, if you don't love your mother and your father, you're not going to live a long life, and you're not going to be able to experience blissful happiness in a human form. It's in the Bible. So they're letting you know that you cannot disobey your mother and father, you cannot disobey God. And in order for you to please God and get close to him, is to fear him. Does that sound sadomasochistic to you? Because it does to me. This doesn't fit the equation of a good, loving, and all-embracing and all-encompassing God. Now, there is an all-embracing, all-loving, all-encompassing God. There is, but it's not this one. But this God that rules this particular solar system and this particular way of life is necessary. It whips us in. It makes men out of boys and women out of girls. And if we can survive this Alcatraz in which we were put in, then we can qualify to become as God. But the road there begins with inner knowledge first. Don't you agree? Doesn't that make sense? Otherwise, this can be a very depressing video. We don't want to make it depressing. I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened with my video. It just stopped working. It just stopped working. But you see, God got it. He's like, look, you're talking about the Bible, sacred book. Don't be playing no music. So I can't play no music now. And I cannot drink. I'm holding this book. And I have to treat it with the same sacredness that I treat my own work in astrology. And I do. Because I carry a cross, as you see. But I also carry a pentacle or pentagram, whatever you want to call it, that symbolizes man on earth. And when the ego takes over, he puts God out. And that's what makes the pentacle, the five-pointed star, very demonic. It's not demonic in the sense that it's like, evil in the sense of those horror movies, even though, yes. But that's not the intent in how I am wearing it here. The intent in how I am wearing it here, along with the cross of Christianity, is to be able to symbolize that we are gods and goddesses in human form on earth with limited power, but not inaccessible. And that's what my videos profess, is that we do have the power to tap into the divinity of our own being. We don't have to need a church or a pope. All myself, all my videos, but just self-awareness that you are divine essence in human form. That doesn't take away your divinity. It actually consolidates and confirms it. But there's no way that you can know unless you go to human suffering, because human suffering gives you the impetus to develop the higher part of yourself that will actually transcend these obstacles. Jehovah is said to be the God of destruction because the name Jehovah means that, but it means much more than that. And there is a polarity to Jehovah, Yeshua, which is the opposite and positive polarity, and both are necessary because it exists in us as well. As above, so below. Now, the Bible has 32 books. The last count I heard, I think it's been a while since I opened one of these. So. I know, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I love this Bible. Please, don't mess with me. I know this book backwards and forwards. I'm 52 years old. I've been doing this my entire life. I've been a student or seminary, clergy. I've done all the military Jesuit school, all that. Trust me and tell you, I'm very well aware of what's in these pages and what they really mean. Now, how the church uses it is a different story. So, the church can use this to inspire, educate, and also chastise. It's all good because, we have to transcend our animal nature and we have to have some kind of leadership to do it. What better leadership than the Holy Book? Now, many people may not believe in the Bible, may not believe in God, but it even touches those same people that are very scornful or hesitant or somewhat reserved and putting their faith into something that was written by man. But that in itself is an illusion and a misnomer because God can inspire me as I do my videos, and we can find the divinity within my videos by the mere information that I'm giving you. It's not any different than the information that's in this book. The question becomes, what is the intent in the usage of this book? Because, like I said, the road to hell has been paved with good intention. That's actually what I wanted to say earlier with the couldn't find words to say earlier. And let me tell you, I love the Bible. I enjoy the Bible. I love reading the Bible. I grew up, reading the Bible in Catholic. You couldn't graduate when I went to a Catholic high school, then I went to a Catholic college. You couldn't graduate without knowing the book. The Bible was part of the curriculum. And I hated it, and I got many whippings by the nuns. Because, I went to Catholic and nun school. And, and it's so funny that at 52, I appreciate those beatings. That shape put me into shape. Because I did eventually learn to read this book. As I've gotten older, I began to see, and then I've joined so many religious cults myself, so many religious sects. I've been baptized a few times because I was soul searching. And it wasn't until I reached a level of initiation through the secret societies that then I was able to get the keys to understand this book. And once you get these keys, you learn really what's in these pages. You'll never be the same again. you'll understand the reality in these pages, the hidden power behind these, that is contained in these pages. You treat this book as with the reverence that you treat yourself. This book can save your life if you know how to use it. And to know how to use it is really very simple. But that is the most difficult of all. And yet it's the most simple. You know what that is? Belief. Money is not power. Knowledge. I know many of you are impressed by my knowledge and these videos. At the end of the day, it really doesn't mean shit. Because knowledge is not power. It does say in the Bible, my people perish because of lack of knowledge. The knowledge is important. Now, why did you do that? Why did you do that? For dramatic effect, you see the archons, they're all over. I love you. I love you. And God loves you. And the God of Christ loves you. They hate to hear that. But that's how you have to counter evil with love and not to react and be very indifferent to what happened. That is a man who can control his emotion can control anything and anyone. Remember that. Don't give these archons this ectoplasm which they can feed off. Then this young, he's boring. We can't fuck with him. We gotta go. Come on, Archie. Come on, Benny. Like our gang, the little rascals. You gotta treat these unevolved archons as shells, in the Kabbalah and in the Jewish pantheon. It's called a klippa, which is the inverted tree of life, which is the shadow aspect of the tree of life. It's not discussing anything different but archons, not any much different than what the Catholic Church calls demons. Okay? Understand that it's all the same, but at the same time it's all relative. You have to decide where you stand spiritually when it comes to the hidden Christ within you, but also the externalized Christ. This can only become real when you tap into the inner God within. And that's what Jesus Christ tried to teach us, especially in the book of Acts, first Acts and the second book of Acts, and in Matthew and the book of First John. If you read these books, you will in the Bible, you will understand truly what the mission of Jesus Christ was. He wasn't saying that he was when you see myself, you see my Father. That's in Matthew. But he says that we are all children of God and that we are all capable of being like Jesus. This is in the book of Matthew, the Sermon of the Mount, which is the most important part of the book of Matthew. Dictates that in detail. He's not there telling you that he's the Son of God because he's God and the omnipotent, only God and Son of God. That's not what he was saying. What he was saying is that he has reached the God within because he has realized that the God within is a thing that is without, just a miniature human version, and that we're able to tap into that divinity within us. He tried to teach us how to do that until he was crucified and killed because it upset the political regimes of the Roman Empire and the Catholic kings of the time. This was the Aryan age, the age of Aries, and the symbol was the Roman Empire. And after that came Pisces. All that bloodshed, all that war. Someone came a savior, and that hero of the Piscean age. Now it's over. It's almost over. And now we're entering the Aquarian age, where all that is going, and the church era is coming to close. A dismantling of that system. Now the Piscean age in its end stage will set the tone for the new world order, which will begin in Aquarius. And this is predicted here. It's in the Bible. You go, let's go into the last book, the book of Revelation, past the New Testament, and it lets you know. It lets you know. hmm Now, guys, I'm gonna take a 5 minute break, and I'm gonna have my lovely manager. I'll talk to you for the next 5 minute break because I know this is heavy. And then you gotta sink in, so I gotta do a little something, give a little something, a little favor. And she's gonna talk about the spiritual aspect of organized doctrinal and pedagogical religion. So I'm gonna step out. I'm gonna take this so I can prepare for the second half of our lecture series and the break. Alrighty? Okay, take over.
Okay, hello to all the subscribers and all the big family that we are part of. So today it's going to be a little bit different. We have a surprise for you all. And let me get settled here. Coming into the house, it's a little chill outside. And it feels good, so that's why I have my jacket on. Let's see. Okay. His laugh was good, right? Like always, every video. Okay. So this is Botanica. Like when you go to the Botanica stores, you can find candles, all this good stuff that is good for magic and santeria and um for spirits. So we have sage here. You can burn it, do the incense, and it's good for keeping spirits out. So if you want to cleanse your house, you can have this and use some cinnamon stick with it as well. Here it is. And then we have this one, the Colonia, Agua de Colonia. This one is good for um, cleansing, and this is good for cleansing, right, Fernando? This one? Yeah, this is good for cleansing and cleaning the house as well. And then we have the root water. This one is good for the body. You can have it to keep spirits out as well, and have good incense to wash and cleanse your body. It's good for remedy too if you use the plants, and it can help with stomach aches. Yeah, it's the plant only is the herb that's good for drinking as tea. But this one it's just for the body to for instance and to keep spirits negative energies out. There you go. Yep, and this is the other one here. This is eggshell. You can use it for the face. Yeah, get it out. Okay. Here, this is how it looks. This is this little mini styrofoams. Get it out? Okay. Yeah. It's hard. But it's almost it looks like here it is. Okay. It looks like cal. It's like white powder. And then we have some coal here. Chopped coal. And it's good for burning. And yeah, this is a burning frankincense incense here, and you cannot burn this one without the white one. Yeah, And then mhm, this frankincense, incense, myrrh, and yeah, this one is the myrrh one, burned together exactly. So you won't open the portals of demons coming into your house. You want to protect yourself with them. They look like mini tiny rocks here. And we have these other ones, jinx removing, which is another word for keeping evil away. Here, that's how it looks like. We have a lot of them. This one is for success there. And I like the Michael one here. Archangel Michael, where it is, if I can find it. Yes, they're all for protection, guys. Here we have many of them. So if you go to the store, you can find them and buy them, use them. And this is what the high priests like Fernando use to protect themselves here. And these are the many, uh, those screaming energy. Yeah, to keep the evil eye out and stuff like that. Then candles here. These are white candles. It says for emergency. It's good. And then this one's here is to. I like it to smell good. Yeah, and it's Florida water. Okay. So now I'll take you guys back. In 20 seconds, he'll be there. Okay. Let's get set up again.
I hope she did well. She's young. She's 24, and she's learning. She's doing very well. So I hope she was informative. Basically, what she was doing is that as shamans, okay, as shamans and as witch practitioners, if you want to use that word, witch, right? It don't matter, shaman, witch. What she was describing was the certain defenses that you can do to protect yourself. Now, the Bible should be the first line of defense. Which books are the magical books in the Bible, you might think, or you might ask? It is the book of Psalms, which is in the middle of the Bible. The book of Psalms is the magical aspect of the Bible. There's 144 Psalms in the Bible, and each psalm is a magical amulet, talisman, and also conjugal spell. It is protected by an individual archon assigned to them. Yes, the church tells us that there are angels attached to them. And I guess angels and archons, I remember the word archon is rulers. So I guess in a sense, angels, if you want to imagine them with wings and white and a heart, if it suits your consciousness that way, then so be it. But understand that these beings, they may look the way your imagination may want them to look. They are totally different than the reality of what they really look. And of course, you're not allowed to see how they really look. But nonetheless, they are there to fulfill a function. Like the beehive. Let's go back to the beehive. Every bee, every classification of bee has a different function to satisfy the queen bee. And we can go with nature. You heard of nymphs, undines, sufils, and salamanders? These are the beings, they call them fairies. Aren't that cute? They're not fairies, they're archons. And each of the group that I mentioned, the salamanders is fire, nymphs is water, Sufils is air, and the gnomes is earth. There's the four elements. The name for the archives that govern each aspect of the element, including those fairies that control plants and flowers. We call them nature spirits. That's just another word for archon. These archons are there to protect the beehive, which is planet Earth, and all within it. The Bible tells you this, but it's very coded. So understand that the Bible, the book of Psalms, are conjugal spells. You have to read them a certain way. And there are certain days of the week where they're more powerful. And there are certain songs that you can read on certain days. And there are certain songs that you can only read at night. There are certain songs that you can only read in the afternoon. And there are certain songs that you can only read in the morning. There are certain songs that women cannot read, only men. And but the church won't tell you this. But we shamans will. And the priest, high priest, that we know the real deal behind these spells in this book. But it's not the job of the priest to present that to you, but just present to you the basics that you need to survive and live a moral, ethical, and spiritual life as a human being. That's for the herd mentality. But those of us that are a little bit above the herd require something. So there's an aspect of learning and evolution for those who require it more. That those in the herd are not yet evolved to get. Do you understand? Because not all of us are in the same platform of evolution. It's a mixed bag. Okay? So the book of Psalms is a powerful, Rick James, is a powerful book. The next book in the Bible that's also just as magical and just as is the book of Ecclesiastes. Read the book of Ecclesiastes in the Old Testament. The book of Ecclesiastes tells you how to live, how to be a better human being, how to move from the animal stage to that of divineness. Still a human, but less animal. So the Bible is not a bad book. Neither is the Quran, and neither is the Torah or the Talmud or the Upanishads or the Bhagavad Gita. They all instruct the people of those races or cultures to live a moral and ethical life. In witchcraft and in the voodoo community, we have that too. It's not that much different. It's just a different frame of reference. And you have to tap into that different frame of reference. For example, well, let's look at some of the verses in Ecclesiastes. Let's see. Let's see, there's the Psalms. And I'm gonna do another mini series that details the actual functions of the psalm. That is if the let me do it. Uh, let's see if I can get away with it. Well, listen, I wear red. I am a member of the clergy now. Okay, so they know. I'm like, really? Oh, see, I can't even cook. I can't. Okay, man. I'm gonna take it. And you all know I'm dying for a damn drink. It's true. It's an hour, but it's true. But the book of Ecclesiastes, I want to try. I want to find you something. Oh, well, first of all, let me. If you really, if you really want to know about extraterrestrial, the Bible talks about it too. It does. There is nothing new under the sun, as is stated in Ecclesiastes. It's all been here before, just in a different form. I gotta thank you. Let me get a little, Coke and cognac. I'm gonna close the book and put it down, to show respect. I have a little bit of drink. To thy own self be true, baby. I'm gonna be true. I'm gonna be good and bad because Jehovah. So are we. As above, so below. I'm only being a product of my creator, and so are you. My God. Ooh.
And Casper's right behind me.
Right, Casper? Casper. That's Casper. That's Pollux. And that's what's her name again? Julia. Listen, yeah, I know you all think I'm crazy, but fuck it. So be it. I'm 52 years old. I'm entitled to be who I am and be myself. Please, you don't know me. Anyway, understand what I'm telling you. For the year 2020, I want you to hit this year running. My subscribers, hit this year running. Believe in yourself. Believe in what you want. Believe in what you want to do, and please believe it. Believe it. You've been to my website. Money is not. Knowledge is not power. Belief is everything. It says in the Bible, so a man thinketh, so he is. If you think you're great, then you are great. If you think you're a piece of shit, then that's what you are, and that's how people can see you and treat you. Everything begins with the perception of your mind. God is here. This is a big computer. And God, the real God, if you go up, if you reach a certain level of evolution through plenty of meditation and yoga, you can tap into those realities. And when you reach the highest level, the real essence of God is a computer. Let me tell you, I'm going to share an experience with you. I actually went to one of the higher planes of the Kabbalah, the Kabbalistic tree, going up the 32 paths. That's very, very dangerous. I tell you. And I remember trying to go to one of those planes through those paths, you know, and I was stuck. You cannot handle this knowledge, and then the knowledge can make destabilize your carbon matter. And I felt my spirit God bring me back down to the earth plane. Like, you cannot enter that realm. There's a high level of initiation that's required to reach that. Some people have kind of gone insane over this, but this is not anything to play with, and it's something that's to be taken very seriously. Let me tell you, as with all my knowledge and all my adepthood, and I am a very well trained priest in the occult, and even I don't dare to go up those realms or even open those doors. But let me tell you, when you get up there, you get to see the real essence of what God is. Let me tell you, He has made people go insane. This is very true, especially when we're dealing with the Masonic order. You reach the 33rd degree, the age of Jesus Christ. And once you reach that level, there is no going back. And once you reach that level, let me tell you, I'm sworn, because I have, I'm a Mason and I come from a family of Masons. So I'm not allowed to disclose. Let me tell you, and I don't even know what to disclose because I'm not there yet. And I don't even think I want to be. I think I'm good right here. I don't want to be. To find out who really God is or what God really is. Lord have mercy. I'd rather stay down here and drink. But so a lot of you are very fascinated by these videos and fascinated by the knowledge, but requires there's a price and a every time you reach a certain level of likelihood and knowledge of obtainment. There's a price to pay. Are you willing to pay that price? And part of that price could be your sanity. Because you have to know what to do with the knowledge. You just can't have that sitting on your head. Well, thank God I have guys that give me the information, and then when I'm done, they take it back and I don't remember shit. Because that's too much for common man to handle. Why do you think I drink and drug and all that? Because you got to do something. Because once you reach those roads, you don't really feel human anymore. Because you know a level of knowledge that takes you away from the mundane of common matter. You see the limitations and the misery that it is. Now, don't get me wrong. There's a polarity to everything. And this polarity, when it comes to spirituality, is that if you're going to dance with the devil, you must pay the piper. Nothing will come easy and hard earned. Oh, without hard earned. It has to be hard earned for you to get the minimal of results. The system was set up for us to not truly succeed at the pace that we want. And of course, when we don't have the knowledge, it's like being in the ocean without a compass. Like it says in the Bible, my people perish because of lack of knowledge. And in this planet, there are those that have the knowledge and have everything. And there are those that live in absolute misery. And our planet is 80% poverty, really 90%, with a 10% or 7% middle class, and then 2 or 3% ruling the entire planet. The bloodlines. So, what are you going to do? Well, with some of this knowledge that you're getting through these videos, you will be able to be more attentive to what you read, to what you see, and to what you listen to, including me. Including me. But I've already told you, you don't have to listen to me. I encourage you, do the research yourself and seek your own salvation. Take what I'm giving you and use it as a reference point if you don't have any. And challenge me. Go in and find out because then you'll be giving yourself the biggest gift that you can ever give yourself is self-empowerment to rightful knowledge and rightful research. And I can help you that. For you who are going to be my paid subscribers, we're setting that up. My team, we're setting that up. I'm going to be talking in detail about this. So make sure you get your paid subscription. I also talk in details about this in my conference. I have a conference in, I said Tampa, but it's going to be in Plant City in Florida on January 16th. I'm going to have the arrangements made on Thursday. Okay, on Thursday we're going to have it, and let me tell you, it's going to be open to 15. So get there quick and go through my PayPal and make your payments for the 16th. Have it done in advance, and then that way I have you personally. 15 people, I can handle 15 people. I will do your birth charts because if you pay for the conference, it's 150, but you're gonna get more than what I'm telling you now in an hour here. In addition to the personal birth chart, for you to be able to self empower yourself. This is what I'm going to then teach you how to do that for yourself, and that way you're able to help others. Now, this is not just to create a conference to talk about theory and make money and keep going. That's not what this is about. It's about self empowerment, and it's not theory either. I'm giving you the theories by the videos. But if you want to know the real shit and the ABCs to get to where you want to go, then you need to come to my conferences. So that's where I drop the bomb. Okay? So understand that there is a road and a path to happiness, but there is certain keys that you're going to need that you don't know. And I'm able to award you that in my conferences. And I want you to come and say, Fernando, you're full of shit. I did what you told me, and I said that anything happened. Like, well, I want that. Challenge me, 'cause you won't be able to do it. You know what? 'Cause you'll be too happy doing what you're supposed to be doing. 'Cause you're that Fernando. He may be a fucking drug motherfucking, pothead, druggy. But that motherfucker told me something that really helped me and got me to where I need to be on the next level. Now, I'm not going to charge you $150 for my conferences to tell you theory. Sure, you can get that in my videos. No, I'm going to offer you something more, which I cannot talk about openly in these videos. Mm, mm, it's delicious. I wish I can go. Well, I'm holding the book. I'm holding the book. I got to show this. I'm trying to put the music on. And you know me and my music. You know me. But I got to show respect. At the end of the day, I am a high priest, and I'm being instructed by the Creator. Mm. Yeah, I know my hair. I'm loving South Beach. Well, I'm not in South Beach. I'm in West Palm Beach. I'm gonna fly to Tampa in a few days and set that conference, and then fly back to West Palm Beach. Guys, I want to thank you, and I love you so much for your donations. Your donations. You saw my lovely manager, Miss Botanica, 2024. Your money helped pay for her and pay for my other young people. Again, the money does not go in my pocket. Right? So please donate, please give. I'm gonna do another video. It's about 11:15. I'm gonna do another video going into more detail witchcraft, as part of your gift. So please donate. It's www.paypal.me/the people's astrology. Look at my left where it says please donate in my homepage, and please donate generously. I got people to pay. And listen, we're home free, so I'm gonna fuck you up with information. I'm gonna give all of you my subscribers, all 30,001 of you, but stuff that I cannot talk about openly on YouTube. And I was already instructed by my attorneys, so it has to be through paid subscription and coming to my conference in Florida. Guys, come to my conferences, okay? There's one in Plant City. I did say Tampa, but I'm gonna do it in Plant City. It's much better. Guys, go to my PayPal and pay the 150 and put your name because PayPal registers the names of those who are going to go for the conference. That way I know who you are, so I can lock you in. I'm now going to allow my manager, Mrs. Brown, to take over. It's only 5 minutes. Please don't shut. Yeah, 5 minutes. You can just close in 5 minutes. Okay, I gotta help. I thank you. You know what I'm about to do. Bye, bye guys.
We know. We know.
You don't know. You know, I gotta decompress. That's right.
Okay. Okay, I'm here. My dress matches this plant. Is called gold shrimps. Um, yellow gold shrimps, I believe. Yeah. Always. I love nature and I love plants. And one thing that I have to say is that I strongly believe that witchcraft and magic has to do with nature and anything that has to do with forests. So we have them here near us because we are part of this earth. We are all one. And I have to say, thank you for watching this video. Fernando, like always, giving great contents and knowledge. And thank you for giving me the opportunity. I'm 22 years old, by the way. Um, I'm very, very young and I'm learning as I'm getting older, and my communication is getting so much better. So please bear with me in my communication. So I wish you a good night. Sleep well, sleep tight. Okay, bye.